Most people think they know the US military. They picture powerful jets screaming through the sky, elite soldiers moving in perfect formation, and massive aircraft carriers dominating the oceans. But behind that familiar image lies a world so strange, secretive, and unbelievable that it sounds like something pulled straight out of a movie. What you're about to hear isn't fiction, rumors, or conspiracy theories. These are real, documented facts about the US military that most people never learn. Facts so insane, they completely change how you see the most powerful military force on Earth. To understand just how shocking these facts are, you first need to understand the sheer scale of the US military. This astronomical funding allows it to operate on a level no other force can match. The United States maintains hundreds of military bases across the globe, spread across dozens of countries, meaning American troops are never far from almost any conflict zone. This global presence allows the U.S. military to respond faster than any other nation, deploying troops, ships, and aircraft to nearly any location on Earth within hours. In fact, here is a mind-bending stat for you. The U.S. Air Force is the largest air force in the world, while the U.S. Navy, surprisingly, ranks as the second largest air force due to the sheer number of aircraft it operates from its carriers. That alone sounds unreal, yet it's only the beginning. Beyond raw power, the U.S. military has a long history of secret projects that sound completely absurd. During World War II and the Cold War, military scientists tested ideas so strange they almost feel like jokes. One real project involved trying to build an aircraft carrier made of ice, reinforced with wood pulp. The idea was that ice was cheap, hard to sink, and difficult to detect by enemy radar. It was a massive, floating ice fortress called Project Habakkuk. Another project involved using animals as weapons, including experiments with bats carrying tiny incendiary bombs that were meant to be dropped over Japanese cities to start thousands of fires. There were even attempts to train pigeons to guide missiles to their targets. While many of these bizarre projects were eventually abandoned, they show just how far the military was willing to go in search of an advantage, no matter how strange the idea sounded. Even more disturbing is how much money is spent on projects the public never gets to see. Every year, billions of dollars disappear into what is known as the black budget, funding classified operations and top-secret research programs that are never fully explained, only to be revealed long after they've already been retired. Think of the F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter. It was operational for years before the government even acknowledged its existence. What the public knows is only a fraction of what actually exists, and that realization alone raises unsettling questions about what is still hidden behind locked doors and classified files. The training U.S. soldiers undergo is another aspect most civilians never fully understand. Beyond physical endurance, many service members are pushed to their psychological limits in ways that seem almost cruel. Elite troops attend survival schools designed to simulate capture by enemy forces, where they experience extreme stress, isolation. These programs, known as SEER School, are so intense that some participants describe them as more mentally challenging than actual combat. The goal is simple but brutal: break the mind in training so it doesn't break in a real war. Alongside this intense training exist strange rules and laws that apply only to military personnel. Service members can face severe punishment for actions that would be harmless in civilian life, including certain types of speech, off-duty behavior, or even online activity. The military justice system operates under a different set of rules, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, where discipline and obedience are prioritized above individual freedom. This creates a world where soldiers live under constant regulation, a reality most civilians never consider. Something as simple as disrespecting a superior officer, even in a private conversation, can lead to a court-martial. Then there is the technology, which often feels like it comes from the future. Stealth aircraft are designed with strange, angular shapes and coated with special materials that make them nearly invisible to radar, allowing them to fly deep into enemy territory without being detected. Drones can be flown by pilots sitting in a control room thousands of miles away, turning warfare into something that looks more like a video game, yet with real and deadly consequences. Artificial intelligence is now being tested to analyze battlefields, predict enemy movements, and even assist in making life-or-death combat decisions. Robots are being developed to carry supplies, scout dangerous areas, and potentially fight alongside human soldiers. The future of warfare is already here. Perhaps one of the most surprising developments is the creation of the U.S. Space Force. Satellites are now critical military assets, used for communication, navigation, surveillance, and missile detection. The idea that future conflicts could involve attacks in space no longer belongs to science fiction. Losing control of space could mean losing a war on Earth. Despite all this power and advanced technology, the U.S. military is not immune to shocking mistakes. Over the decades, there have been real, documented incidents where nuclear weapons were accidentally lost, misplaced. These are known as broken arrow incidents. In one case, a B-52 bomber broke apart in midair over North Carolina, dropping 2 hydrogen bombs. One of them had multiple safety mechanisms fail, and only a single, simple switch prevented a nuclear catastrophe. Aircraft carrying classified technology have crashed in remote locations, triggering massive recovery operations to prevent secrets from falling into the wrong hands. Simple human errors have sometimes led to massive consequences, proving that even the most advanced systems still depend on fallible people. There are also documented cases of friendly fire incidents and failed missions that were quietly covered up to protect morale or national reputation. These stories rarely make headlines, but they reveal the uncomfortable truth that no military, war, at its core, remains unpredictable and terrifyingly human. As disturbing as these facts are, they represent only what has been officially acknowledged or declassified. Countless documents remain locked away in government vaults. This means that what we know today may only be the tip of the iceberg. For every insane fact that has come to light, there may be many more that will never be revealed. In the end, the U.S. military is far more than a symbol of strength and dominance. It is a massive, complex system filled with strange ideas, secret experiments, cutting-edge technology, and deeply human flaws. Understanding these insane facts doesn't just change how you see the military, it changes how you see power itself. And if what we know is already this shocking, the real question is simple and unsettling. What is still being kept hidden? Thanks for watching, and if you want to explore more hidden truths, make sure to like and subscribe.